Hello. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. And I wanted to try to go over the updates, as much information as we can over the story. Story. Well, okay, so first let's start with this. This post, I figured I guess I'd address it. Um, I don't think it's real. It's funny, but it's not real. And the person had actually changed their account name on Twitter and everything, but this is kind of like almost going viral somewhat on Twitter. This person posted a Molly picture, and people are saying it's a fake account, and somebody. Let's see if I can find. Okay, here we go. Somebody said here, this is a fake account. So they changed the name. So I think it's like a troll. And then you click the account to any ex-employees, lawyers, journals, cops, and the CIA. This content is all fake and made up. Okay, so I guess they were catching a little bit of heat, but it was a troll. All right, so started with that, but it got a lot of likes and engagement on Twitter. So they released the mugshot, by the way. If you haven't seen it on my last stream, this is the most up-to-date picture of this guy, Colt Gray. I don't know. I don't know if he dyed his hair. What's going on with the guy? Got long hair. And we're going to talk about the history of the mother and the aunt. Actually, the aunt was in my live yesterday. A couple people messaged me today. It's like, is it true? They said that they had heard the aunt was in my live stream. She was. She was in my live stream, and she had a bit to say. Let me see if I have the screenshot here. I know they said that to me, and I downloaded it. Is this it? No. I might have to download it again. Let me get it again. The aunt was in my live stream last night on Facebook. Let's see. Here it is. Is this it? Nope. Damn, I got a lot of mail. I don't know where it's at. I guess when I find it later, I'll pull it up. But yeah, she was in there. She basically said, yeah, she's standing by her nephew, and said something about that I'm making money off of people's grief, which I've been doing YouTube for a year, and I always talk about the news. And I guess it's okay for them, but not for me to talk about it. And these are the victims again. Just want to say their names: 2 students, 2 teachers. Mason, 14 years old. Christian, 14 years old. Richard, 39, and Christina, 53. All right. Now, this was the gun that he was using, apparently. And I had gotten, here's another picture. Weapon used. Right there. AK or assault AR style type of weapon. And he shot these 4 people. And we talked about this last night, but apparently this kid's been on the FBI's radar for more than a year. But no weapons were ever removed from their home. Investigators interviewed the father and son following several anonymous tips about online threats to commit a school shooting at an unidentified location at the time, including photographs of guns. And he denied making the threats and did not have supervised access. The father said his son didn't have access to the guns, but apparently he did. And the only action was taken was to warn schools to continually monitor the troubled teen. The FBI stating there was no probable cause for an arrest. This is one of the victims here. Actually, all the victims. Pictures of them. and this is the one that was autistic. He shot and killed an autistic kid. Mason. Isn't that crazy? This was the other child, Christian Angulo, 14 years old, shot dead. This must be Christina and Richard. Someone that show those pictures mentioned their names and ages. They also went to the teen's home and searched the house, the family home. And this we talked about yesterday as well, that a student said a gunman left the algebra class. So the gunman was sitting in this class. He gets up, walks out, returns later. And when he knocked on the door, this person walks to the door to open it. And this guy's there with a freaking assault rifle. Hey, can I come into class? Person was like, no. How did he get the gun into school? That's I've been wondering that myself. A boy is able to carry a gun-like rifle into school with armed resources. And the thing is, too, is did he? Because there's a clip that I have, somebody tagged me in, that a neighbor said that he had left. The neighbor said she saw him get on a bus. So I don't know, how did he get the assault rifle? But then I thought I heard somewhere else that the father drove him to school. I don't know. How did nobody see this assault rifle? Was it planted, or I don't know, right? Did he hide it somewhere in the school? Did he previously bring it and he left the class to go get it and bring it back? I want to show this too before we get to the mother and all the drugs and history.
But first, Faith Abube starts us off on the scene there at the high school in Georgia. Good morning, Faith.
Good morning to you, Robin. Flags here on campus were flying at half-staff this morning. This community just now beginning to process the horrific events that happened inside this high school behind me. Overnight, officials reassuring this community that there was only one shooter and that teenage suspect remains in custody this morning. This morning, an urgent investigation underway after police say a 14-year-old went on a shooting rampage inside a Georgia high school, killing 2 fellow students, 2 teachers, and injuring 9 others.
I never imagined that I would be speaking.
This student, Lila, told CNN the shooter was in her math class. She says he abruptly left the class and then tried to get back inside.
They lock automatically, so you have to be let in to come back into our classroom. So I think he wanted to come to us first to shoot us class. He turns to the classroom to what would have been my right, and he just starts to shoot, and you hear like about 10 to 15 rounds back to back. He never really talked. He was pretty quiet. He wasn't there most times. Either he just didn't come to school or he just would skip class. But even when he would have talked, it was one-word answers or short statements.
Police say calls of an active shooter started coming in around 10:20 Tuesday morning.
What's happening to the high school? I don't know.
Within minutes, they were on campus helping the school resource officer.
It sound like balloon popping, but like 10 times louder.
Sophomore Alexandra Romero filming this video from inside her classroom. Officers leading her class to safety.
Come on.
I saw like my math teacher, and he was all covered. I saw blood everywhere.
10th grade world history teacher Stephen Cramble protecting roughly 28 students when his class was notified they were on a hard lockdown.
There was a second of like, in my head, I just felt death like cross my mind, where there was a moment where I'm like, I might die today.
11th grader Henry Vanderwalt frantically texting his mother, I think there's a school shooting. We heard gunshots and the police shouting. We're all in hard lockdown. Moments later texting, I love you. Gwendolyn Cook rushing to the football field where the students were safely gathering, looking for her grandkids, alongside hundreds of other frantic parents.
Everybody came to get their children.
Overnight, an emotional vigil.
We're praying for you and for our community.
All right. So this is interesting, an interesting clip too. I wanted to show this to you guys. I don't know if you saw this, because I saw this like a clip, a tiny clip of this in a news segment, and Libs of TikTok posted the actual full clip of this student, their account of what happened.
I started running. He started shooting like 10 times. He shot at least 10 times. And then I ran to the back of the classroom. I dived behind the desk and my teacher had got in front of me, like he was guarding. But like the gunshots were so close to me, like my ears started ringing real bad. Like the whole classroom was smoking, like and everything. And then when he finally got out of the classroom, my teacher started barricading the door with desks and bookshelves and all that. And then I had got up. When I had got up, I had saw one of my classmates on the ground bleeding so bad. And then when I had moved myself to the other side of the room because the bookshelf I was hiding behind, it was right in front of the door. So I had moved to the other side, to like this side with my friend. And I was checking on my other friend because he got grazed in his leg. And then there was a white girl that was in front of me. She got shot in her leg and stuff. And then my other friend got shot in her stomach. And it was just so sad.
Wow.
Stuff like that.
Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot to process. And you're so young. You're how old?
14.
That's so much to have to process in class where you're supposed to feel safe.
Yeah.
How are you doing now? I mean, what's going through your mind?
Like, it just keep replaying back in my head. I just thank God that I wasn't the one that got hit, you know. Like, in the midst of all of it happening, I was just thanking God because, you know, he had his hands around me and stuff like that. Because I could have been the one that got hit because I was right there. He could have.
Damn. Crazy. Bird fam, Bam, thank you for the 20. Says, I need some clarification. He was only 14 and school just started. They're talking like they have been in school all year.
I need some clarification. He was only 14 and school just started. They are talking like they have been in school all year?
I think Redline had a good response to that, I believe. School started like a month before it happened. So I guess that's the best that I could say with that. I don't know if this is true. Take this with a grain of salt as like this post. Where's that troll post? Oh, maybe I deleted it already. There was a troll post on the beginning of the stream that they were saying the person was trans and all this stuff. But if you go to that account that said that, they even had a picture of him. It's a troll account. I figured I'd address it while we're here, you know, because it's kind of going viral on Twitter. But anyway, this post here too. Again, this is something else that I don't know if it's true or not. It says, bruv, you got to be kidding me. And it says here, it's like, I guess it's supposed to be a meme or something. It says, when you at the function and realize you broke as F, weird as F, and no prospects, so you just going to go outside and kill the first person you see. F it. And supposedly this was like reposted by Colt Gray. I don't know if this is true. Because people, when this type of things happen, people trolls make a bunch of accounts and send people on these rabbit holes because they think it's really the person. Could be not. I don't know. But this person, we're going to get to it, supposedly did have a obsession with mass shootings, apparently. Parkland shooting, Florida shooter. We're going to get to that as well. And we're going to get to the mother, that they're saying the mother was on meth and has this long arrest history. And mother was really messed up, it seems. So, oh, this is the neighbor that says she saw the shooter get on a bus. So where did the gun come from? Somebody.
And I just kept looking at him, trying to figure out who he was, where he lived. Like I said, first time I've ever seen it, it felt off. And I just kept looking at him, trying to figure out who he was, where he lived.
I'd like to see the whole interview. There's Christine Writings. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Christine Writings. I'd like to hear the whole thing. It's a really small clip. I didn't get the whole. But yeah, how did this person get an AR into the school? Writings. This might be it right here, maybe. No. No. No, I have to look for it later then. This one too. This one had. Oh yeah, we talked about this earlier too. There had been. This is another weird thing, and I think we've talked about this. They said that supposedly there was earlier tips. I thought they said something. Well, the year ago thing, but there was a rumor too that somebody called that morning and said multiple schools were going to get shot at. He was taken to the regional youth detention facility on Thursday, armed with an assault-style rifle. All right. He left the algebra class, shot 10 to 15 shots. Let's talk about the obsession, the supposed obsession with the Parkland Massacre is revealed. Babyface teen arrested Wednesday at the start of the semester. Mass shooting at Georgia high school left 4 dead. When police searched the teen's Georgia home following the bloodbath, they reportedly found clues. The teenager was obsessed with mass shootings, specifically the Parkland Massacre in 2018, which left 17 dead. This is guy here. Is that Nicholas Cruz? That shit was wild. there's like interrogation video, I think, of Nicholas Cruz. So this whole thing with the school shooting is definitely seems like very premeditated. An obsession with school shooting. I'm not sure what is he hoping to gain out of it. Notoriety. They're also saying that. So we know that a year ago he was on the FBI's radar, and apparently where this guy was making these threats of like shooting a school was on Discord. All right. The Discord account had a username written in Russian, and the translation of the letters spelled out the name Lanza, referring to Adam Lanza, the perpetrator of Sandy Hook Elementary. So this kid, obsessed with school shootings, fantasizing about it. I don't know why. It's hard for me to even fathom what is he hoping to accomplish out of this. Gray denied that he was the author of the threats, telling police he'd shut down his Discord after being repeatedly hacked. So he claimed it was a hack. He expressed concerns that someone would make those accusations about him. And he told investigators at the time that his son knows the seriousness of weapons and what they can do and how to use them and not use them. Colin, which is the father, reportedly assured officers that he would be mad as hell if he learned the allegations about his son making threats were true. So I wonder how Colin feels now, his father, right? Now, the aunt yesterday, if somebody could find me the screenshot from yesterday, I can't look for it now, where the aunt came into my Facebook Live. The aunt has since hid all her posts or changed her privacy settings. But she made a couple of claims yesterday. And she said that the aunt vowed full throttle blood. What the hell does that mean? After a massacre and a shooting, you go online and talk about the blood, the full throttle blood that's going to be unleashed. Which I took it as she was going to reveal all the stuff that's been going on, because she's saying that this kid has been crying out for help and the mother is a piece of S. And I wonder, where's the father in all this too, though? Because they talk about the mother. There's articles and drug history and meth and whatever. We're going to get into that. What about the dad? And so she claimed that he had been subjected to abuse his entire life. Those comments were deleted last night after a barrage of backlash. Gray remains in a juvenile custody. It's unclear how he got a hold of the weapon. I'm thinking dad maybe, but I don't know. Dad said he had hunting weapons. I mean, Sheriff Smith revealed Wednesday that Gray's first real day. Oh, that was his first real day at this high school. Yep. He was a brand new student. So there goes your question, Bird Fan Bam. There goes your question. He was a brand new student to Barrow County Schools. He had enrolled about 2 weeks prior. Imagine that, a brand new student wreaking havoc like that. He had been before he left early on that day And this was his real first full day. So he was there one time before. I guess he had been before, but left early. This was his real first day. Wow. Oh, so this is a teacher. I wanted to show you guys this too. Natalie found this. Natalie actually sent me the story originally. So there's this teacher too. Sidestep real quick. She says she taught Colt. I gotta tell you this. Hold on a second. She taught Colt. Oh, this was under Annie's thing. The aunt's Facebook. I taught Colt, and I know firsthand he dealt with so much. I love him, and will be thinking about him and your family as you go through this tragedy. I'm so sorry. Such a sweet boy. The heck? Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I'm still curious to know what this kid went through, but it's still like there's people that go through abuse, they go through all kinds of horrible things, and they don't go out and murder 4 people. And this kid has been fantasizing about murdering people for a long time, at least a year. But he's a nice kid. He's a sweet boy. So this lady kind of said a few things that were interesting, gingerly, and then we're going to get into the drug stuff. She made a post on Facebook saying she has a few things to say about the shooting and the 4 precious lives that were taken. The offender, Colt Gray, was 14. He'll be tried as an adult. His mother, Marcee, is a meth addict with a criminal history including drug trafficking and vehicle theft. A quick browse of her social media includes posts making a joke of verbally abusing children and claims of severe spousal physical abuse. There are obviously multiple serious problems here: gun access, abuse, family trauma. This is exhibit A of why it is so deeply perverse for the so-called parents' rights movement to strip social emotional learning and other family supports out of our public school system. The argument is that schools shouldn't be teaching things like empathy and coping skills. I never heard about that. What is that a thing? They don't want kids learning about empathy and coping skills because that is the job of parents. They think SEL is liberal indoctrination. Perhaps in a perfect world, all parents would be teaching these social and psychological skills, but here in the real world, they are not. There is no parental right to abuse your child. There's no parental right to create a highly disturbed, violent human being and unleash them into our schools and workplaces. Let's prioritize the safety and well-being of all children and teachers by rejecting this ridiculous political propaganda which seeks to destroy our public schools and strip them. I think she's talking about other stuff. I don't know. School supports. I mean, I don't know. When I was going to school, I don't know. We just did the work. There's math, there's reading, physical education, whatever, and you go home. I guess now this generation, everything's more complicated, and we need all, Well, I guess times are crazier too. We just went to school, did the work, went home, did the homework, and that's it. I don't know. But schools can only do so much to counteract serious trauma that is happening at home. That's true. But also the school should be reporting that if they know there's any kind of trauma at home or whatever. But that said, many children and families can benefit greatly from strengthening social emotional skills. It helps create better school and work environments. Healthier humans are divided, and contentious society needs healing. Trying to shut down programs and then providing those services is unthinkable and irresponsible. All right. And again, this is Colin Gray is the father, Marcee Gray is the mother, and Annie is the very outspoken aunt, Annie Brown. And she went on this. Oh, I don't know why it's still show. I guess because she took it down. I have all the screenshots, but the aunt went on a tirade last night, and she took down all her posts. And remember, she got mad at me. Did anybody send me the thing yet? The screenshot. She got mad at me that I was talking about the case or about like her nephew, and And what I said last night is, if you're the family member of a mass shooter that literally just killed people, it's literally the same day she was making some of the comments she was making. Yeah, people are going to at least comment on it. You know, like people are going to have thoughts. And she was getting some backlash. She's entitled to say and feel how she wants, but people are going to say things about that too. And so here it is, headlines the next day. We covered this before it was even in the news. Here it is. I just want to show you guys. Of course, people are going to talk about this. So the unalleged Georgia school shooter Colt Gray threatened to go full throttle on anyone speaking ill of the 14-year-old suspect. Annie Brown, who identified herself as Gray's aunt, leapt into the teen's defense in a series of since-removed Facebook posts soon after authorities identified him as the alleged gunman. They're charging my 14-year-old nephew as an adult for murder, Brown wrote in one of her Facebook posts. And y'all ready to see the Paul Hamas blood and full throttle? Nah, I wouldn't be either. She deleted that, I think, or took it down or hit it. The woman vowed to stick by the alleged gunman, saying she will not leave her nephew standing alone. When Uvalde happened, I told my own children that only hurt people, adding that she did everything she could to fight for her nephew. I will take my nephew and what he needs on this side. Just check yourself before you speak about a child that never asked to deal with the BS he saw on a daily basis. And a lot of people were wondering, what was the daily basis? What did that mean? What was they're going through? We're going to get through some of that. She knows a lot. This aunt knows a lot. And maybe she's just really, in her feelings. I don't know, finding out your family members shot all these people. But then also dealing with whatever she's dealt with the last couple of years with the mother, maybe the father. Brown didn't elaborate in the post on the apparent issue she claimed the teen had endured. She later told the Washington Post that the teen had been begging for help from everybody around him for mental health issues prior to the massacre. Okay, these are the posts we talked about last night. You won't be able to find it on her page right now, but it was up last night. She said that the adults around him failed. Brown said, adding that his apparent struggles were exacerbated by the tough home life. The aunt, who lives in Florida, wouldn't expand on mental health issues, but said she had tried to get him assistance from afar. She added that she helped him enroll back in school. Oh, God. So she got him back into school. She helped enroll him back into school in January after a period of absenteeism. Absenteeism. What is the word so weird to me? It comes after the alleged shooter's relative had earlier begged in social media posts for someone to get in touch with her with the GBI in the aftermath of the bloodshed, claiming she tried calling but hadn't been able to get through. How are you not going to be able to get through the GBI? The Georgia Bureau of Investigation will take your call? I mean, I'm sure that day was probably really busy, maybe getting calls, but you tell me they wouldn't take your call? I'm not scared and I will not back down, Brown said in her social media rant. She was flying last night. Elsewhere in her tirade, Brown appeared to offer support to the families of the victim. I will not disrespect other parents and families that are dealing with this tragedy on the opposite end. They did not deserve it. Y'all can go ahead and play the blame game all you want, but the families affected by nephew's actions deserve all the attention now, because she don't want the attention on her. She don't want the attention on her or her nephew, the psycho that shot these people. Brown made her Facebook post or Facebook profile private. Well, I mean, this happened live last night. We were literally, and it's a good thing that Maina took screenshots of this, because we were literally reading the stuff as she came into my live chat on Facebook, which I don't really have many people watching on Facebook. It's really mostly YouTube. So I didn't see it. They're all telling me, hey, she's in here. She's in here. So she made her thing private. And that was the last I heard of this lady. Or anybody's heard from her, I guess. What? Layla, a junior who had been sitting next to the alleged shooter before the bloodshed, told CNN that Gray had left their math class suddenly at the start of the period. She said that just before Gray suddenly reappeared, someone over the loudspeaker told all teachers to check their emails. Oh, moments later, Gray tried to get back to the classroom. He was rebuffed by a peer. They almost let him in. I wonder if that's what the email was about. Authorities shared that they interviewed Gray, his family members, and others associated with the teen since his arrest. However, the alleged shooter's motives are unclear. All right. Oh, this is the aunt. Before we get to the mother, the aunt, I guess, aunt breaks silence. I mean, we kind of covered most of this, I think. But this has a little bit of information, a little bit about the aunt's background. And so the aunt has been highly critical of her siblings' parenting skills. The mother of the shooter is doing her best to process the ghastly accusations against her nephew. She lives in Florida with her golf pro husband. Said that she and the rest of her family are eager to share their thoughts on what might have prompted the incoming freshman, Colt Gray, to allegedly gun down 2 classmates and 2 teachers. We went over these rants. Everything I could to... She had done everything I could do to fight for my nephew. She slammed her older sister, Marcee. So Annie Palmas Brown is the aunt of the shooter, and Marcee Palmas Gray is the mother of the shooter. We're about to get into her. Marcee's estranged husband, Colin Gray, also they're estranged, in Facebook comments and posts dating back to almost 2 years, one in November 2020 comment underneath a post by Marcee about Colin supposedly having been abused as a child. So she made a post. I think I even have the post. Let me see. I downloaded a couple of things for us to go over. Yes. Okay, here it is. I mean, they're probably going to say it here, but I have the screenshot. I took it earlier. I was looking down her page, the mother's page. There's not much on there, but this is from November 2022. From my husband's first memory, all he knew was abuse, severe physical abuse. I'm talking everything from getting broken arm at age 8 while he was totally asleep to having a bar stool crack his skull open. I still rub my fingers across the scar/gouge on his scalp, and to think to myself, how I can't even comprehend it. That is what substance abuse can do to a mama, a daddy, a spouse, a sibling. You name it, and it will reach them. That's one of the posts there. So that was that. The aunt also lambasted Marcee for her continuing reliance on their parents, who she said bailed her out of jail and took her in a following stint in rehab. The aunt declined on Thursday to discuss the post further in detail, promising that she would definitely share her thoughts at the right time. That was my only thing yesterday. I was kind of saying some of the things she was saying, maybe the right timing. Maybe it wasn't the best timing for some of the things that she said. But I get, maybe she was emotional and stuff. So Marcee, the mother, was first arrested in March 2007 on a 5 vehicle-related misdemeanors, including reckless driving, improper right turn, and DUI. She pleaded guilty in June 2008, paying a $600 fine and receiving 12 months probation plus 40 hours of community service, according to a review of the Fulton County, Georgia court records. She successfully completed all conditions of probation in August 2010, the docket shows. So a little, I guess. This is what is this? State of Georgia arrest warrant. Okay. November 8th, 2023. In November 2023, Marcee was arrested on a pair of felony drug possession charges after getting caught in her car with a glass jar with a crystal-like substance known to be methamphetamine. So all the things that people are saying online with this drug thing seems to be true. And I guess there's records, but I don't think she got charged for the drugs. I said this somewhere else, but she was caught with it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she pled guilty and stuff. So this crystal-like substance and also a red, clear baggie with a powder substance known as fentanyl. Bro, this chick's on fent? Oh, yeah, Cheeseburger said speedballing. So meth and fent. According to the arrest warrant filed in the Barrow County Superior Court, she was also hit with misdemeanor charges for having a clear glass pipe used for ingestion of narcotics, a baggie containing multiple tablets of cyclobenzaprine. I think that's a muscle. Oh, it's a pain pill. I thought it was a muscle relaxant. I think it's probably both, but let's see. Cyclobenzaprine. It says muscle relaxant, but I'm sure maybe it could be used for pain too. Okay, so she had those pills. Oh, okay, no, it's two things. I thought they were saying that it was a pain pill. So she had the muscle relaxants and she had tablets of cyclobenzaprine and prescription pain pill. Okay, no, they're saying that that's what it is. It's actually a muscle relaxer. But anyway, for affixing someone else's license plate to her Nissan Rogue, Marcee ultimately pleaded guilty to 3 misdemeanors: second-degree criminal damage to property, criminal trespass, and use of a license plate to conceal identity. Although she faced a max sentence of 7 years in prison, Marcee was sentenced to a month and a half in jail, which was all but canceled out with credit for time served, plus roughly 5 years of felony probation. According to the plea documents in the case, the judge forbade her from using drugs or alcohol, and she was barred from having contact with her husband. Marcee also faced civil charges brought in 2019 by a Chevy dealer who accused her and her husband of passing a bad check as a down payment. Dang. Reached by phone on Thursday, the sister's 74 mother, Colt, Gray's grandmother, declined to comment, so she didn't want to talk. Marcee and Colin were unable to be reached. That's what I'm like. Where's Mama at? So we know that too. Where is Mama? I'm going to show some of the screenshots too that I have. But so, she faced prosecution on allegations of domestic violence, drug possession, property damage, traffic violations. The list goes on and on and on. And we just talked about the methamphetamines, fentanyl, muscle relaxants. Oh, crazy ass concoction of drugs. It says their court records show she wasn't actually charged with drug possession, but pleaded guilty in December to a single count of using a license plate. So I don't know too much the particulars. She was ordered to pay $1,500 in restitution to an Atlanta construction company and prohibited from having contact with her husband except through a third party on matters related to their children and divorce. An order related to the restitution shows Gray was at the Ben Hill County Jail on April 5th, and another order showed in the Barrow County case shows she may be subject to prosecution in another county, but no additional details. Okay. A news report from January shows she faced charges of aggravated battery, theft by taking, criminal trespass, false imprisonment, and failure to appear at court. Damn. Court records show Gray had previously been prosecuted in 2019 on misdemeanor traffic charges in the Forsyth County and faced speeding charge in Barrow County in 2014. She had been charged in 2008 for traffic offenses, including driving under the influence from a year before. And then we talked about this too. She wrote a bad check. It was $10,000 for a down payment, I guess, at this Chevy dealership in September 2018. Okay. Records show that a bank in the Gwinnett County had an ongoing garnishment claim on Colin Gray's paychecks for about a year. So they were garnishing his wages, taking his money. All right. And somebody else said he was really quiet, never really talked. This is Mama. I got the screenshot. I mean, I guess I could just scroll. She hasn't hit her thing yet. I hate Facebook. Just stay off of it because of the rampant toxicity and the negative impact it has on my mental health. That said, I do use IG and share my IG posts on Facebook. Can anyone tell me what this means? Blah, blah, blah. I wonder if she took down posts. Here we go. We just did this. She's talking about her husband, Colin. I guess this is Colin. That he was abused when he was 8, broken arm, bar stool cracked over his head. And here's the aunt, the sister replying back. Don't be sorry, Lewis. It's not Marcee's problem. We live in 2022. He can go to a therapist like every person on the planet should. That's ironic, her saying that, right? But super sweet of you to think of her. Damn. There's another post. It's interesting. I know it's hard to understand from the outside looking in. Everyone in my family and his family couldn't understand why I stayed as long as I did. Ultimately, it was my own decision. I made a commitment to the Lord and my husband. No one but me understands the pain that my husband lives every single day. Every single person in his life has hurt or betrayed him. And I truly believe that the Lord sent me to him because no one else was strong enough to stay by his side through thick and thin. I'm not about to give up on him now. We're just taking a break. That said, I'm signing off of Facebook. It didn't take long to remember why I banished social media from my life in the first place. Stay together for the kids, Blink 182. Damn, and look, here's the shout out sister, the aunt, right? So she goes here, nah, dog, he can F off. He's 50 years old. You a bad bitch, and you've tried to protect your husband like a good wife does. Time is up. Ain't no way in hell that Jesus approved of this message he has been sending. When your grown-ass daughter messages her stepmother's sister to get your phone number, you officially ain't shit. She's always been kind of shout out. Here's another post in 2022. Any female that is going through hardships, heartaches, or digging their family out of 13 years of domestic abuse, take my advice. Put Mona and Encanto on repeat. You can thank me later. So she claims there's been some type of abuse and years and blah, blah, blah. But she's also had her own issues and seems like drugs and arrests. So maybe this paints a bit of a picture of what home was like for the shooter. See, I think I got all the posts here. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, that was all the posts on the mom. So, I don't know what to think, man. Seems like a really crappy home life. Again, I still don't see how that equates to shooting and killing all these people. And I really wonder about, are these parents going to get charged? I don't know what the laws like are in Georgia. Can they charge these parents? I think they should be charged. I think they should be locked up. Both of them.
Short time ago, we spoke to another student. His name is Isaac Sanguma. He was walking back to his class at the time of the shooting. Isaac, thank you so much for joining us. First, let me say I'm so sorry that this has happened yet again in this country. I'm so sorry that we have to talk to you under these circumstances. You know, when the story broke yesterday, it was tough to hear. Once again, here we go. I can't imagine what it was like for you who was there at the time. Describe for us, if you will, where you were, what you heard, and what you saw.
So basically, it was like around 10:20, and I asked my teacher to go use the restroom. And as I was going to the restroom, I went to go see AP. So I went to go see an AP, and she said she was dealing with something very important. So as I'm walking around, I go to the atrium, and I see 3 cops. And as I'm walking by, I'm walking back, I go to the restroom, and I don't know, I think I heard like a boom, boom, but at first, it wasn't like a gunshot. Like, it didn't come to my mind like, as it was a gunshot. My instincts was just to run back to class. Plus, I seen like red sirens, red lights in the ceiling and stuff like that. So I just ran back to class, and I seen my teacher and other teachers getting their students that were drinking water and in the bathroom, getting their kids to get in the classroom. And it didn't feel real.
You know, so we have heard that we have lost 2 teachers and 2 students. Did you know any of the people who were no longer?
Damn, JLR posted this picture, And it looks like a sharpened picture. This is interesting. It's like a sharpened picture of the mugshot. Bro. It looks like it's not just sharpened. Maybe it's definitely enhanced. But, wow. It's like almost like cartoonized, maybe. I mean, compared to the original mugshot. Let me see. I mean, this is the ones that I saw were all blurry. This one's like more closer, high def. Bruh. I don't know how he did that, but it's interesting to see the enhancement. Because I don't see it enhanced like that anymore. Oh, there's an other site kind of. The other sites are trying to enhance it, but this is probably the best one that I've seen. Most of the ones I've seen are kind of blurry. Filtered photo, yeah. I mean, it looks like it, but it's definitely not like as the high quality that. I mean, this is what you see when you look online, like this type of stuff. It's kind of blurry, whatever. This one is like, holy moly. What? So that's the mugshot shared. I'm gonna keep looking.
Longer with us?
Yes, one of the teachers was my algebra teacher. She was my 4th period teacher. That same morning, she walked up to me, and I had threw up yesterday, so she asked me if I was okay. And she was asking me to come to class on time because, you know, my class is like right across the whole school, so I'd be coming to class late. She was begging me to come to class on time today. And I didn't know that was gonna be my last time seeing her.
I'd like to confirm this. I don't know if this is true. Osmonic74 in the chat says news media is reporting that the father purchased the firearm as a Christmas gift. No, man. No. Colt Gray. I don't know if I see that anywhere. I definitely would have to confirm that. Because, oh, this is a really good article here. Let me see. This one has all the updates. No, you're right. He's right. Bro, this is just like Ethan Crumley. This is just like Ethan Crumley. Look at this shit. I almost found it hard to believe because it's like this is like so reminiscent of that school shooter with his parents that bought. Didn't they buy him Ethan Crumley? Didn't they buy him the gun as a gift? Wow. This is what I don't know if they have some laws. I hope they have laws. They need to charge these parents, man. Just in my opinion. The Georgia suspect's father has told investigators that he bought his son the weapon used in the school shooting as a Christmas gift last December. 2 law enforcement sources told the network that Colt Gray's father, Colin Gray, said he purchased the gun used to kill 2 14-year-old students and 2 teachers. The purchase came months after the FBI received anonymous tips about the May 2023. Well, yo, how does that even make sense? Your son's on the radar. They tell you your son's making these terroristic threats to shoot up schools on Discord. Your son denies it. And then after that, you decide, you know what? Let me go buy him a gun, an AR. The Bureau turned over the evidence, which interviewed Gray and the father. We know all this, and who told them that they were hunting guns. There was hunting guns in the house. Okay, but he does not have unsupervised access. In a post on X after the shooting, the FBI said that there had been no probable cause at the time for the arrest. Wow. I couldn't even believe it.
I'm talking to her.
I know, Isaac. So how are you processing this?
It don't feel real. I just can't believe my teacher, somebody that I see every day. You know, it just don't feel real.
Before you go, Isaac, tell us what she was like. What was her name? What was she like?
Miss Army, Miss Army, when I first came into class, Miss Army, she be telling corny jokes. And at the time, it's just like, you know, when you're a student, you're just like, what is she talking about? But now it's just like, dang, like, you know. And Miss Army, she was real nice. I'm not gonna lie, my freshman year, I didn't pass algebra, so I'm retaking algebra my junior year. And she never made me feel ashamed about it. She never made me feel dumb. You could get a question wrong on the board, and she's not gonna make you feel dumb. She really make you, you know, she'll make you feel welcome. And all she do is just tell random jokes, and, you know, she really make you feel welcome, and she'll help you out. I'm not really good at math, but I just got the understanding of math just this year, being 3 weeks of school.
Isaac,
really
I know this. You will never forget Miss Ermy. You will never forget the day yesterday. I'm glad you're okay. I think you still have a lot of processing to do. I'm very sorry this has happened to you. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I know. I think we're all still processing. You know, the call came on the screen. I just keep thinking, we all think this, how many more stories do we have to report like this? I don't want us ever to become desensitized to it.
Right. But it happens so often here.
I thought Vice President Harris said it right. It doesn't have to be this way.
It doesn't have to be this way. And hearing that young man talk about his teacher really brings it home for me. It's a real human being there. Yeah. And we got 5 minutes.
Going back to school.
We got 5 minutes into the school year before summer's over, and this is a reality in American life. And does it have to be? Well, we're going to talk about that on the presidential campaign stage as well.
So let me show you this for those that don't know or maybe haven't seen. Ethan Crumley, another school shooter, his parents bought him the gun. I don't know if you guys remember that. We were covering it on this channel. That's why, like, I had the oh shit moment. This is the mother's post, okay? Mom and son, they testing out his new Christmas present. My first time shooting a 9mm, I hit the bullseye. Isn't that crazy? What's up with these parents? I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Oh, this was from... Okay, so last night when we were watching the press conference, there was a lady that was kind of like outspoken and loud. Well, they interviewed her apparently.
Absolutely. So as we were doing the news conference and we were getting that new information, Rebecca's voice could be heard sort of over the reporters for a clear reason. Is because she's a parent at this school. She has some concerns about what's actually being said. You said that you believe there was a call that came in earlier today that gave them an alert, and they might have actually already been looking for the student when the shooting happened?
From what everybody's saying, there was a call at 9:30 this morning, but I don't know how true that is. All I know is that a school female worker came looking for the kid about 10 to 15 minutes before he came back and started shooting. They got the wrong kid. They had the names mixed up, and she left. And about 10 to 15 minutes after she left the class, that's when he came back and approached the door that my daughter was in. And a girl went up to let him in, but saw that he had a gun, and she backed away. And I guess that's when he just started shooting everybody else.
I saw the sheriff walk over to you. What was that conversation afterwards? Because obviously, I know you're a little angry because your daughter was in that class.
I basically just feel like he was calling me a liar, saying that the staff member wasn't looking for the shooter, that she was looking for the kid whose names they mixed up. But you can't tell me it's a coincidence that you're looking for somebody with that name, and 15 minutes later he shoots up the school. The school should have been put in lockdown the moment they went looking for him.
You said there was a pattern, though, with this particular student that even your daughter noticed. Can you tell us and the viewers about that pattern?
From what my daughter told me, he comes to class and he'll sign out to use the bathroom but not take the pass, and he'll leave class, and sometimes he'll come back and sometimes he won't. And today that's what he did. He was there when she got in class, and then he went and signed out and said he was going to the bathroom but didn't take the pass and left the classroom, and a little bit later that's when he started shooting.
You took this so seriously that when your daughter called you, you got on the road immediately. Tell me about driving here, what was running through your mind, how fast you got here.
I live probably about 7 minutes from the school. I got here in about I think about 2 minutes. I don't know, everything was just flying. I sped the whole way here. When I got here, there was only 2 cop cars here, and that's the cops that work here. So,
well, I'm glad your daughter's okay. Thank you. Caitlin, obviously there are some mixed emotions, and police officers are trying to figure out exactly what the steps are. We know they're reviewing surveillance video. So as this goes on, parents do have some serious questions about how today played out. Caitlin.
I want to talk about another angle of this story, and that is the people who was killed. How is their family coping?
Has learned to play the trumpet because she says that she did it first and he wanted to be, quote, like his big sister. She also adds you'd find him playing his PS5 or exploring fantasy lands via his VR headset all the time. Not only was he a big gaming enthusiast, but he also loved going to amusement parks like Disneyland and Universal Studios. We also...
They're saying there's a person in the chat that goes to the school. I don't know if you want to call in. If you want to email me first, ickandmel@gmail.com. I was thinking too after this. Let's see. Yo, man, I'm actually from the borough. Oh yeah, or Discord too works, man. If you want. I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you want Discord too, you can do Discord. My Discord server is ickandmel. Well, yeah, just email me, ickandmel, ICKADMEL @gmail.com. And either way, whether you want to call or you just want to do I could ask you some questions. Maybe the next time I go live, I'll go live with the questions, the things that I answered, or you answered, I'll go live with it. That works too. I wanted to do a quick search. Let's see. For some reason, my Twitter's not working. I'm trying to search Colt Gray. It just doesn't seem to work. Let me try a different browser. The rescue is still happening. There's a guy stuck in a trench. So I was thinking once we're done here, we go back to that. They got live feed over. They got helicopters over there. Colt. Yeah, it's not working for some reason. My Facebook's all... It won't let me search his name. I don't know. Weird. All right, this guy's been... Let me see. Oh, is there a live feed here? You get a live feed. ATLA. Or I might have to do Moy. I don't see anything. Okay. Oh, they're doing something else. Oh, there's a massive fire in San Diego. Oh, a lithium-ion battery storage facility. Holy crap. That's just gonna blow. I don't know that they're live. Oh, you can't search his name either? I wonder if Twitter put a block on it. I thought X was supposed to be the free speech platform. I guess they blocked you from searching his name. They're still tagging me in this. This thing is not real. This person.
He pleaded guilty today to all 9 charges on these tax crimes that he was being alleged to have made evasion of.
Apalachee.
Talking about the implications.
I don't think there's any live feeds of that rescue. Colt Gray. Mugshot. I guess that's it. I really wanted to go on Twitter to search stuff, but I guess it's blocked. What's up, YouTube bad actors? I guess that's it. Let me do one more check of this article that I had open that has all the timeline. Doesn't Colt Gray have something coming up tomorrow? I thought he had something coming up. Does he have a hearing tomorrow? Oh, he does. He has a hearing tomorrow, but I don't think they're going to stream it. There's a Zoom hearing tomorrow. He's going to appear over Zoom, but I'm thinking because he's a minor, but I don't know if they're trying him as an adult, but I don't know if they're going to stream it or not. That would be interesting to see. Oh my God, check this out. Hello? Oh, he emailed me. Okay, thanks. I don't see anything. I have a bunch of spam emails from somebody. I wonder if that's a troll. There's somebody that like subscribe. I mean, as if I really care. What is this? I don't know. Somebody, I guess, signed me up to like a mailing list or something. I got a bunch of emails, maybe like 20. I don't know. I don't know what they want me to. I guess congrats. I don't know. I found this on the WSB TV News app. 15-year-old arrested after threatening to finish the job. Oh, Tabitha sent me an email already. I'm glad they locked this kid up. Somebody else. Check this out. Check this out here. It says 15-year-old arrested after threatening to finish the job after Apalachee shooting. Jackson County Sheriff's Office says they arrested and charged a teenager with threatening to commit a school shooting. They say deputies were made aware of a report of a threat made on a bus from one school to another school in Jackson County on Wednesday. Investigators say the 15-year-old, who has not been identified, made statements about the deadly shooting at the school. They say the teenager said he was planning on finishing the job. Damn, dude, that's wild. Jackson County is located next to Barrow County, where the deadly shooting occurred on Wednesday. The teenager said has since been taken to the regional youth detention. Okay, we know that stuff already. I think this kid should be banned from school, though. Once they do something like that, ban. Don't want you coming to school with our kids. Arrested. All right, well, I guess that's it for now. I won't have any notifications till later tonight. I don't think that they said there's not going to be a press conference today. That's one thing I was wondering and looking for too. About let me check GPI. They said they're not doing a presser today. I wonder if maybe tomorrow they'll do something. Or 5 hours ago. Okay. Okay, yeah, there are no additional news conferences planned for today. So maybe tomorrow we'll get something. Also, make sure you follow. Is the bot working? My second page for chases. Ick and Marcee. Yeah, it's working. All right, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be covering breaking news and all the craziness going on in the world. What did I miss? Everything. Oh, somebody comes at the end like, what did I miss? Everything. Sorry. All right, take care, guys. Peace.